Strength training is critical, especially as we age. So I really advocate strength training throughout a lifespan, because we know that as we get older, most people understand and realize that we lose strength. But that's also preventable. Research shows us that by participating in resistance training, strength training, you can significantly slow that loss. So again, if you want to be independent as you get older, if you want to continue to enjoy the things that you want to do, strength training is really critical for that. Because again, if you don't have strength, you can't do stuff you want. It decreases your ability to be independent, to enjoy like some of the hobbies you like. And we know also through research that strength training, the stronger you are, the more lean muscle mass you keep, your chances of developing any diseases is significantly limited. Your longevity is significantly improved. So how do you start that? So again, it doesn't matter when you start. Like let's say you're 50 and you're just thinking, oh geez, I need to get into the strength game. Not a problem. It's still going to have significant benefits. I think if you're not familiar with weight training, it's important to get some instructions just to learn the techniques, to make sure you're not going to get injured, right? So there are tons of YouTube online informational things available. I think it's also valuable maybe to go get with a trainer, even if it's for 2 to 3 sessions, just to learn how to exercise, how to use the machines, figure out what your starting weights are. And then typically with a progression, it's, every week or 2 weeks, you're going to want to kind of challenge yourself. Maybe it's 3 weeks, but, think about increasing by about 2 to 5%. That's all. Because again, after a few weeks, your body's going to get used to the resistance. We need to continue to challenge it to stimulate the strength and power fibers that we need to help us maintain or offset that aging effect. So I think it's also a matter of finding kind of what you like. So you might have to maybe trial and error. Maybe it's Pilates, maybe it's, strength training. You buy a few dumbbells. Again, you don't always need a lot of load to start. Maybe you have a friend or a colleague that is pretty into fitness or they work out. Maybe you can get with them and, they can show you some stuff to start with. So, but I think the biggest thing is just start slow, don't get too aggressive too soon with it. Find something you like, because I always tell people it's better to be consistent than heroic.